I'm finishing another page in my journal that I started with Lucy. I have so many things on the go that I thought I'm going to concentrate on one thing at a time now and try and get it finished. I thought I'd come and show you this page because I cut a leaf, Tim Holtz die. I put a drop shadow in it as well, and then I glued on very lightly this lovely little delicate flower which has lines going along the petals there, but I wanted to emphasize the flower a bit more, so I've decided to do a running stitch all along the petals. Now, to make them even, sorry for knocking that. To make them even, I actually use this tracing wheel. I've had this for years. My mother-in-law actually told me about this when I used to do my dressmaking. I did go to dressmaking lessons, but they weren't very good in the end actually, and my mother-in-law taught me more than I learnt in the classes, and this was one of the things. And you actually use this with some chalk paper that for your pleats or your darts, when you want to put a dart in your skirt or blouse or whatever. And this actually, you put the tracing paper underneath, the chalk tracing paper, and then what you actually do is you go along with the wheel, and this will actually give you lots of little, very neat, I don't know whether you can see that, holes, you might just a little bit. And I worked out that I could actually use this for my my own sewing and dressmaking and embroidery. It just doesn't have to be for darts in clothes. And this actually gives you the lovely neatness that everything is uniform. So I've got a bit of a way to go, so I'll come back later and show you the finished product. I'm back again to show you the finished piece. Quite pleased with it actually, it's very delicate. When you do start putting cotton onto the paper, take care because the paper could rip quite easily actually. But this is the other side to that page. Now, because we've stitched it, I've already made a little flap here. There's the stitching on the other side. So I'm going to cover it with this very pretty piece of paper here. So we'll do that now. I'm not going to make it into a pocket either. I'm just going to give it a glue all over so that it sticks completely down. The reason being, if I made it into a pocket and then I wanted to put tags in there or any little notebooks or anything like that, then it's going to catch, I think, on the stitching. Now I think that looks okay. Oh yeah, it shows you a tiny little bit of writing there. I could actually come down a little bit more before I really... Oh, that is nice, yes, that's how it's going to be. So there you go. That's another page completed in this little journal. And on the other side here, there's the leaf there, which I've did a drop shadow. And this is the flower here with the lady, which I did a drop shadow on that one as well. And as I said, this is just a little flap here. So that's that finished. And this is vellum on this page here. Pretty little flower there, some stamping. Now I want to colour that a tiny bit, just delicately, nothing strong and in your face. So I'm going to do that next. As I say, I want to try and look at her, isn't she gorgeous as well? I've got lots going on in the book, but haven't finished anything. So this is my next project. I'm going to finish this. Right, I've did that page that I said I was going to finish and colour the little flowers, but after I did that, I finally finished the whole book. So the little journal has been finished at last. I've just got one signature in there and I've put the cotton through, so that's all done. I haven't done a proper tie. All I've done is a little bit of sari silk to keep it together. So just undo this, only a tiny bit, but it will keep it all together when I put it with my other journals. So there's the front page. There's inside there. Now, I did actually go over with gesso. I do like my gesso. On the outside as well, which I didn't say to you as well, I've gone over with gesso. I just finger most of the gesso. Just put it on my finger and go over with, and it looks quite nice actually. So there's the first page, and as you go through, it's just lots of ephemera and lots of just putting pieces here, pieces there, lots of different bits of ephemera as well. As I said in the other videos, this is stenciling here. The papers are all dyed with ink actually, rather than coffee dyed, and lots of stamping, lots of little sticky flowers in there. I love this stamp here. Can't remember which one it is, but it's gorgeous. This is what I showed you in the last video. So I did that, and there's the little bird there, the little flap up, and I showed you that as well. Now I did change the order of the book because there's the flower there, and the other flower that I coloured and painted is further on in the book because I thought it was too busy, that section, so I changed it around. I haven't done anything with her. I was going to give her some rosy cheeks and some eyeshadow and lipstick, but I thought she looked lovely and natural as is, so I left it. And again, just going through lots of vellum, lots of pretty pieces, stamping, different colour inks as well to do the stamping, pretty papers. These are little sticky, I think they're washi sticky flowers. Oh, there's the bird. I think I showed you that in the other one, and I've coloured him as well. I actually put a layer of glossy accents on the top of him because I wanted him to be a little bit shiny, but I watered the glossy accents down, and so it wasn't so in your face. The vellum again, and lots of journaling spots in this little journal notebook, and not so many pockets or anything either. Oh, there's a little beaded raggedy that I did there. I didn't want anything to be overly fussy with it because it's pretty pink. Little tab there with material. Now this is the centre, and I've put some lace there. I glued this lace down this side so it stays in place, but I didn't want to hide her pretty face there, so I left this one as a flap there. I love that stamp as well. I think that's Andy Skinner stamp, that one. Another little raggedy with some material and paper, vellum. And that's from the same stamp set as the little one here. I did two different colour stamps on that one. Two different colour inks, I should say, on that stamp there. Let's see. Ah, now here's the flower from the thing. And I painted her with paints. And what I actually did was I went in with some repositionable glue and put dots around and I put lines here, and then I went over with the here it is, the Prima foil, and it's gorgeous actually. I went over with the a very pale silver foil, and you just put the glue down and you make sure that I quite like a repositionable one, so you can go over and then you just pull it off, and it makes some beautiful shiny bits on there as well. But I did like that, very pastel-y, left lots of white space with it as well. There's some more. Oh, and that's more stamping there and there. Stamped onto vellum, you can do that if you use a chalk ink, and it'll dry fairly quickly. But as I said, lots of journaling space in this one. More stamping and more washi sticker flowers. And just the stamping came through on the other side there, which it does sometimes if the paper's not very thick, but I like that. I thought that looked really nice actually, so I didn't bother covering it up. Just, oh, I love that butterfly as well. That was another sticky washi tape. Oh, and I love that stamp there as well. And I just went in and highlighted the branches a little bit with a pen, and then I, with a little very fine black pen, I think it was an 01 actually, I coloured the beaks and coloured the eyes. And there's the back, and as you've seen in the previous video, there's the, I should make that into a little notebook actually and put some little pages in there. I'll probably do that. See, forever fiddling with it. What am I like, eh? But there you go. There it is there. And there's the sari silk to go around there with the very pretty image on the front. And I'll just, as I said, I'll just keep that closed with a very little bow. I don't want a big bow. Not doing a very good job of a bow, am I? But there you go. Done. Okay everybody, see you on the next video. Bye.